Hey guys, welcome back to another almost inevitable tutorial. My name is still PK because that's how names work. And in this tutorial, what we're going to learn is how to add this little notch up in the header. Now, the reason why this topic turned up is because I now have a new podcast. Yay, a new podcast, and I have a new homepage design, by the way, and now I have a new podcast. And in this podcast, as you can see, I talk about everything else that surrounds the web design industry, and it's fun. I think it's fun, and you can find your subscriptions here on iTunes, Spotify, and a place called Pocket Casts. So as you can see, I'm on Spotify. Happy with that, and I am on iTunes. So there you go. Oh, as you can see, it has that explicit tag on it, which means I do use quite a few words. All right, so anyways, because I told people about this, someone asked me how I add the notch, how I do this notch here. So I'm going to go over that with you, and actually I have another tutorial right after this, so just keep a lookout. If you wanna stay in touch, sign up for the newsletter. I maybe release one or two a month, but that's about it. So I won't spam you. But as soon as you sign up, you do get a coupon for 10% off of any of these courses that you see here. So check that out. I also have a free course, so you can check that out as well. There's a lot of stuff, but let's get into the tutorial now. Okay? All right, cool. So here we are. Now, as you can see, this header is currently in full width. If it's not in full width, it will look a little strange. It will look a little strange because the logo will be here in this hamburger. It's not, I was going to say sandwich. The sandwich is over here. You know what? Hamburgers are round on top, so I think sandwiches are better. Seriously. Yeah. All right. So the sandwich is over here. I like that. I'm going to say that from now on. The sandwich is over here, and the logo is going to be over here. So you would like to have it full width. Now, how do you get it into full width? You go into Appearance and Customize, and once it loads, as you can see, I'm on local, so it's just a fact. All right, here we go. So in the header, you have, I think, primary menu bar and make full width. Without that, it stays in the container. With it comes out of the container and it's over here. Okay, and we would like that because we're going to put the notch up here. Okay, and that's what that looks like. Okay, cool. All right, so I'm not going to do anything there because it's already full width. What we're going to do now, I'm going to go over this really quickly, really just because if you know CSS, you can probably come up with this yourself, or if you didn't, if I just say this, then you'll understand what it is and you'll be able to do it by yourself. If you don't understand CSS, you can learn here. Seriously, learn CSS. Okay? All right, so preferably from me. All right, so how this works is this header is this whole section up here is the header. This is the header. Now, a lot of people call the first hero section the header, which can be a little bit confusing because Alien Themes, Divi, actually named some modules header, which is very confusing now, but the header PHP renders this part. So I call this the header, and that is probably what it's supposed to be called. Some people call it masthead, which is also another term for that, but anyways, header. So here, this header can be set to have overflow hidden, which means anything that goes beyond the intended size will be hidden. And then you add a pseudo element and then rotate that thing. All right. I've gotten so used to cursing in the podcast that I can't. I gotta use clean language when I'm recording this. Okay, so you're gonna rotate it. All right. Now here's an example CSS that I wrote for this. Now these sizes are, so you can see the top left. You know what? I'll actually move display up here. It doesn't actually have to be display block because it doesn't matter. It's already a block, but I just leave that there just to be safe. And as you can see, overflow hidden for the main header, and then position relative, so we can start our positioning from there. And of course, the pseudo element is going to be a before because it's going to go over, and it's as an absolute position, and these coordinates and these sizes are now up to you. You can move this any way you want, and you can get any style you want. All right, and we're going to explore that right now. So if you are on Firefox, we can go into Style Editor and start adding this. I'm pretty sure this doesn't work on Chrome. If you use Firefox, it works fine, and it has a lot of really cool things. You can actually go to all courses on almostinevitable.com and go to Browser Inspector, learn how to use the inspector, and put in whatever price you want to put in, preferably $2.4 million, and we'll go from there. Alright, so why is this closed? Oh, because I updated the theme. I forgot about that. That's actually pretty important. I'll change that. Anyways, let's go back to keep the podcast there. Alright, so what this does is this is actually a blank style sheet that you can actually just add CSS here, and it will reflect on the front end pretty much in real time. Okay, so just copy that, paste that here, and there you go. Right? Cool. Now, if you want to make incremental changes, you can go into the inspector and go here and just use your cursor keys to move the thing around. All right. For now, I'm going to go here and I'll explain how this works. All right. So, the reason why I have it here is because I just wanted to show a different style. And if you have something like a round logo or a small squarish logo, you can actually do this and it'll look okay. Yeah. All right. So here we have the color. You can change that if you want. Yep. Yeah, there we go. All right, and of course the rotation, you can change that as well. So let's say you want it to look like this, like how I have it, right? Of course, oops, sorry. All right, of course you can move it to the left, like that. Keep it right where the header starts, the bottom of that header right there. You can do that if you wanted to. You can keep it a little higher like that. There you go. Right? Or you can put it back like that. Alright, so it's up to you. Now, on scroll, it goes up. If you want to control that as well, on scroll you get an extra class. You get an ET fixed header. So what we're going to do is we are going to duplicate that and add ET fixed header. And we don't need to do any of the, things that are overlapping, but just add these new coordinates. Alright, so I'm going to add that here in my style editor. So it looks the same, but now what we can do is we can find the exact coordinates. Alright, so let's keep it like that. All right, so that's 144. So I'm gonna add that to this. Oh, there we go. All right, it's added. Okay, cool. So when it's outside, it looks like that. When we're scrolling, it goes up like this. Now, if we want it to look a little more smooth in its transition, we can add a transition. There we go. And add that here as well. Cool. So that gives us this. And there you have it. I think that's pretty cool. Yeah? Cool. Alright, so there you go. You have a tutorial about how to do this notch. And another plug, please subscribe to the podcast. I talk about a lot of stuff concerning the secondary and tertiary things surrounding web development and web design. So just tune in. All right, cool. All right, I'll see you in another tutorial then. Bye bye. All right, something that I was planning on mentioning but forgot to mention. I don't know why, but yeah. So something that can be really cool is you can actually have two lines by adding a border. Yeah. So you have a background, you can have a border and give that, let's say 4 pixels, solid, and let's go with something like aquamarine. There we go. And you have that little border there. You can make it thicker, like doing that, and you get 2 colors. How cool is that? Look at that, right? So, yeah, and you can also add a shadow, box shadow if you wanted to. You can do a lot of cool stuff with this, so have fun. You can actually add an image if you wanted to, so there's a lot of things you can do. Have fun with it, and let me know what you come up with. All right, cool. Thank you. Bye-bye.